Hello. Let's see. Amazing. Focusing for this evening. Hello. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Kim. How is everyone tonight? This week is going super fast. I can't believe it's already going to be Friday tomorrow. I think it has something to do with not doing a live on Tuesday night, like my normal stuff. So, how you doing? Day 2 of the 12 days of Christmas. That means we're 1/6 of the way there after tonight. Hi, Stephanie. Got 4 people, 5 people in the chat. There was 5 a second ago. 1 is mine. 1 is Kim's. We got Stephanie in. I'll wait for a little bit. A few more people to get in the chat tonight. I am still just arguing with this little bit of cough. Hi, Carrie Ann. Welcome. Wait for those notifications to get out there to everyone. And to get into the chat this evening. I know, Bonnie, you're always first with the comments. Always. I think you must go in like, I don't know, the day before, the afternoon of, put in your little comments, set your timer for later to come back. Something. Kim might have 2 on tonight, right? And Jeff might eventually too. He's started watching the football games, so he might have us on the side. You never know. They're just 30 to 45 minutes. Okay. See, if that were me, I'd be like, I'll never remember. I have to go in and do it ahead of time. There's Kristen coming and saying hi tonight. She's going to be our backup this evening. Kim is going to do her year 2 debut on Thursday evening for helping out with the modding in the chat this evening. I know, Bonnie is on it. Yeah, Jeff was here for a little bit last night. So, how are you doing, Kristen? How is everybody with the weather and everything? It was nice today. We had a gorgeous sunshiny day. Almost have all the snow melted off my street. Lots of slush, but then it likes to ice back up again in the evening. So you never know what you're going to get in the morning, since our neighborhood street is way tucked down in, and we don't get the plows or the sand trucks or anything down here. 2 more days of rain, or 2 rain there for 2 days. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I mean, 2 days of snow, 2 days of rain. I mean, I'd rather have neither, but I might go with the rain, because we're already home for, after a couple days of snow, you're like, really? Oh, and you have to go out. You have to shovel it. You don't have to shovel the rain, at least. Yeah, the moisture's been helpful. I think we were talking the other day about how we have more precipitation so far in November into December than all last winter. Something crazy like that. So it will be stored up in the mountains, and we will have that snowpack that we need for next summer. That is for sure. I know, me either, Kristen. Why isn't mine going? That's strange. I see the chat, but I don't see the video. That's really weird on my computer. Not that I need to see myself on the computer, but I have no video there. I hope everybody else can see us. So, but anyway, here we are, day 2. Yeah, I had a real weird kind of afternoon. Got the few things done. My daughter called and asked if I wanted to go eat lunch with her. And then you're like, yes, I do. So you just kind of drop everything and go with it. And what doesn't get done goes to the next day, and it's no big deal. It's way more fun to go eat lunch with your kids than to go do errands and work, all that good stuff. So here we are, day 2. Today is Scandinavian Day for us here. I have pulled up 6 banana boxes, which I doubt we'll get through all of it. However, 2 of them have gnomes in them and they are a little bit bulkier, so they take up a little more room. And that's the kind of stuff that we will be going through that I have at my Scandinavian shows that I usually bring to the lodges and the local clubs. So hi, Linda. How are you doing tonight? So again, I'm Becky, Vintage Viking Treasures. I am in Colorado Springs, Colorado. This is the 12 Days of Christmas, day 2. It will be open boxes throughout the 12 days of Christmas. I will eventually be doing some of the invoicing as we go, so I don't have to do it all at once at the end because that becomes a big chore. And then there will be a final invoice for shipping as a grand finale of all the days so that you get a discount for everything all together. Yes, Kari's dollar ornaments were super fun. I have one sitting over on the wall next to my keys, where I put my keys at the night. I know. You know, if you can't spell it, no big deal. Listen to what Kim is thinking, know what she means, just blame it on autocorrect. I always do. No big deal. If you have questions, throw them in the chat. Let's see. Kim's modding tonight. Kristen, I don't know how long she'll be able to be back up. I'm sure she'll be listening for whatever she's doing at home, just probably doing some work in the background since Kim and Kristen are alternating days throughout for modding for me. And with that, I think we're pretty close to all the things. So I started last night by opening 2 of the Advent on my gnome calendar. So I'm going to open 2 of those so we can get that right out of the way to start with and make those available right off the bat. For such a little hole, this is a big, oh my goodness. These are $2. $2 choice if anyone is interested. This one is a purple felt with a pink embroidered sequenced hat with a bright yellow beard. They are ornaments. That is day 3. This was day 1. And we have day 2 with the stripes. Day 3 has pink and purple. Day 4, so we're doing, because it's a 24-day Advent, we'll do 2 for each of our days of our sales. Bonnie is throwing her hat in the ring for a choice on the gnomes. And here's day 4. Pink and white stripes with a little pastel pink body and white hair. So these are pretty bright. Well, that one's not. This guy's pretty bright. These are pretty traditional, the first couple that we pulled. So, and we are going to try and do it a little bit faster than our normal. We'll have a truncated countdown. If there's no other comments in the chat, it will be a last call. And then if nobody else comes in, we will do a sold and then we'll get choices if there's choices available and go from there so we can move through all the fun stuff that we have pulled this time around. So Bonnie is in, so we can do a last call and she could have her choice. I have to just remember to do, I just need to remember to slow down and ask for it in the chat. Kim will put it in there for us. And there we go, last call. You thinking of your choice, Miss Bonnie? Pink and purple, pink, stripes, and we'll call this guy red. Hi, Ma, how are you doing tonight? Good to see ya. Oops, I thought they were all on the same fingers. They're not. You can have any and all of the day 3, yellow beard. You got it. Oh, and so we all have a reminder. Bonnie to all purchases, we're going to be getting a thank you gift from me to you, giving back to everybody for all of the support that you've given me and the channel and the thumbs ups and the subscriptions and all that throughout the year. Everybody's name will be put in a grand prize drawing for the end of the 12 days. And that grand prize will be free shipping on your whole 12 days package. So thank you, Bonnie. Gotta find you back. There we go. This is Yellowbeard. Got it. Here we go. I'm halfway worried that I will lose my voice through the 12 days. Don't know if it's going to happen. We'll hope not. So I'm going to do a quick refresh and see if we can get, because what it doesn't want to do, yay, is it wants to be like, oh, you're not watching anything, and turn off the screen. So now that we have the video up and running, perfect. Now I can watch the comments both places and we can get going. All right. First stop, we have light up gnomes. We'll do, this is the first choice. Kim, this will be a $5 start. Basically, I'll be doing a little bit off of what I normally do for my my show prices. These guys are normally a $6 gnome. They have a hard body right here, and they have a place for 3 batteries. We'll turn them on, and their little beards light up and glow. So I have 1 red and black plaid, and I have 4 black and white plaids available. They each have a spot. When I've got these, Jeff and I sat in, well, Jeff opened every single one of them. We put batteries in, turned them on, made sure that they all worked. The smaller one is from his base to the top of his star, 12 inches tall. I know, aren't they cute? There was I found these down in Florida with my friend that moved from Colorado Springs. And so, I will not be shipping batteries, but they have been tested, because then they want it to go, ground and blah, 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 and put a sticker on the box that says there's batteries and all those things and everything. So basically, because I have a large choice, the question will be, Deborah, you were in first at 5. If you want more than just one, that's up to, see, this is the problem when I can't remember how we used to be able to do this. So Cindy, you would need to be, you just want 1? Okay, so let's just be in at that. Unless Cindy, you want first choice, you'd need to be 6. And you want more than 1, that's kind of how it works. So if you want more than, if you want that first choice, then you need to be higher than the first one. Otherwise, the first one gets first dibs, they get first choice, and we go back down from there. So saying that, Deborah just wants 1. So Cindy, you can make up your mind as to how you want to do it. I had to kind of refresh my memory and go back. That is something I have totally lost. Oh my goodness, over the last month with being sick, that I was like, where did this package go? How did I miss it? I just totally spaced it out and trying to figure things. So I am working on my brain health and getting it back. So let's see. Cindy, you can let us know whether you would like to be out to Deborah with her first choice, or you want to be 6, and then we'll go on from there. But these are the only 5 that I have in this smaller size. Okay, great. So we can do last call for Deborah then, and do a sold quick for her. And I think, yep, perfect. They take 3 AAA batteries. And the bottom for it, Jeff has to the side, because the screw stays in the bottom piece, and we'll put it all back together when we take out the batteries. So there we go. The one in my hand, you want the red and blue one? You got it, Deborah. And then Cindy. Deborah, this one is taken. I have 4 of the black and white light up 12-inch gnomes available. 5 red, black. Got it. You're taking 2 of the black and white, Cindy? Okay, so this one, I'm going to put them here because we got to work on the batteries. Perfect. 2 black and white for Cindy. times 2, black, white. Wonderful. Thank you so much. All right. So if anybody else put black, white gnome in the, excuse me as I take out my dust, in the chat. And then we'll go to our next size of the light ups. I will tell you, I'm going to show you what they look like again. First, I had these at $10 at my show, so let's do $8 choice for you guys. This size is to the top of his star, 18 inches. And they have a wire in their hat so you can move them around or keep it nice and straight. But with this, the star up like that, it's 18 inches. And here we go. $8 choice. I have, whoops. Oh, I turned him on and then, is he not? Oh, he's not as bright as the other one. Let me see if I can take off my light here and we'll see the difference. I wonder if it's, well, maybe we have bad batteries. This one's not showing it, but I happen to have batteries right here. Hi, Sherry, welcome in. So I'm going to rotate the, I know, I'm rotating the batteries from this guy because we know those ones work to the other one. So the large ones I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 available of, all right, I did half a job. There we go. This red and white and gray plaid. I have 2 available of the gray with white and red plaid. I have 1 black and white, and I have 1 red and white. Let me see if we can, we know these batteries worked. Let's get all the hair out of the way. I wonder, this is a complicated little guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yay! There we go. Much brighter. Must have had one faulty battery in the group. So that is what the large one looks like. You can see the light through his beard. His beard goes all the way around. It is a hard plastic underneath the beard at the bottom. And they will be an $8 choice. Again, I have 1 red and black plaid, 1 black and white plaid, 2 gray with red and white. It's more of a woven pattern plaid, where these other 2 were flannel. Excuse me. And I have 5 of the red with the gray and white woven plaid. They all will take the batteries, and we did test them all when we first got them again. So, all right. No takers on the big guys. I'm going to set them to the side. You guys go over here, over here. This will be the one that we have to take the batteries out of. You guys go here. All right, got it. So basically from here on out, I have individual gnomes. I would say that, excuse me, the individual ones were the ones that were super popular this last show we had. This will be a $5 guy. He has a furry hat that's got like the swirls in the fur. He was 6, so he'll be 5. He has gray and white in his beard, a red kind of sweater look on the front, felt feet, sweater hands, and then a felt backing. He's got a weight here in the bottom, just like that. Stands up, and he is 11 inches tall. Yep. Kim's gonna be like, gnome, gnome, gnome. Next gnome. We'll make this guy a $5 choice as well. He has a sweater style pattern on his hat with snowflakes. All white beard, same pattern on his mittens and his feet, and has red felt. We can just make it that these are a choice between these two because they're the same price, Kim. And also has some weight at the bottom. This tall, which means he is 13 inches, just a little bit taller than the last one. Like literally. How did that one say? Oh, it was 11. 11 and 13. I'm like, that's way more than 1 inch. So fur hat, sweater hat. And then we're going to switch boxes so I can see this one better. Helps if I don't roll over my shoe. Next up, I have the little bottle toppers. They are the long, narrow felt hats with kind of a fleece beard to them. Choice, $3 each. A green or a red. They will go on top of a bottle, like a bottle of wine, a bottle of sparkling whatever, as like a gift. And they are with a totally straight hat, 14 inches long. But they have a wire in them so you could make a curlicue, give them a whole bunch of character. Great way to add to a gift. These are bottle toppers starting at $3 choice. And I know not everybody is into gnomes, but I figured it would be the easy way to start the Scandi boxes. And when I say Scandinavian, let's just go back and revisit that word. For me, it's the 5 major countries. We have Norway, Sweden, Finland, Iceland, and Denmark. Those are the 5 countries that celebrate Midsummer's Festival and are normally considered the major Scandinavian countries. So, and if you're going to, say, a Scandinavian gift shop, those are the ones that are usually represented there. Now, I know Iceland and Greenland are kind of slipping in there too, but they're not in Europe. So that's kind of where that is. They're Scandinavian nonetheless, but not in the same part of the same side of the ocean, I guess, where we put it. All right. I have some wooden trees. These came with some a gnome at one point, but I have the trees left. I originally had $3 each. They're like a gingham or the plaid with the snowflakes. They're wooden, 5.5 inches tall, about a 1/2 inch wide. $2 each. I have 3 available of the red plaid tree. And do the same. Actually, I have 4 of the red plaid tree if you need more trees than that. And then these will be $1 choice. I have 2 of the green plaid. And I have 3 of the white and black plaid. They remind me of the, it might take me a while to bring that up. There's a wooden block play set that's made, I think, in Sweden or Denmark. Oh, I don't remember the name. Brio. That's what these remind me of. Brio trees. The yellow, the white and the green are about, just under 4 inches tall. But they are the same size. Hi, MJ. Good to see you. All right. MJ, let us know. We can call it for MJ on the trees. She can tell us what she wants. Red, white, or green. The red and the white are $1 each. And excuse me, this is going to be fun tonight. I can tell. Let's slow down. The white and the green are $1 each. The red are $2 each. I have 4 red, 3 white, 2 green. All the numbers. What would you like, Miss MJ? You let me know, and I will pull it for you. I'm a little fuzzy from that last Nomi. She wants 4 red, 2 green, and 3 white. All of them. You got it. Thank you so much. I'm going to pull them out right now. These were in my duplicate box. So I didn't have all of them out, all the whole booth. So we have 4 red. There we go. Got the green, got the red, got the white. Perfect. Thank you, MJ. And we're going to stack them right here with your note. Perfect. Wonderful. And for that matter, that I think that first, no, I didn't show this gnome. He's available for $5 also. He is 12 inches tall. He's all felt. His little snowflake was stuck there. Red felt, snowflake hat, fur trim, beard, gray felt everywhere, weighted here, 12 inches tall, $5. Same as the other guys, basically height-wise. Cool. Now, as long as we're on, I have 4 of these available. They are like a wooden circle. Kim's gonna kill me. $2 each. I have 4 of them. I think they were meant to coordinate with all the plaid trees. So they stand up like this, but you kind of have to, get it right in the right spot if you want that Merry Christmas to get nice and level. So, but these are $2 each, and they are how far apart? How big around? 5 inches across. 5 inches across, and they are plain white on the back. There you go. So you just need gnome accessories, I see. I've got a few of those in here too. Next up, we'll make this a $5 choice. This is the last one I have of this. The box is a little bit smushed in right there. This is I should have saved this for one of my other nights, but this is in my gnome pile, so this is where it's coming out. Jigsaw puzzle, Christmas gnomes, 100 pieces, and I'm guessing, I can't even tell you then. Will it be like all the pictures or just the Christmas one? I don't know. I mean, it shows you on the side that it's all of them. It's a sealed in the box. I'm thinking it's the whole picture. I cannot guarantee without opening it that that's what that is. That's to the best of my knowledge. MJ Gnome, we can last call that. Puzzle. And put your name on it. Move it over here. Watch for the sold. Got a second drink just in case my first one runs out, which is entirely possible. Let's go to this plush guy next. Thank you, MJ. This one has a tag that says the Gnomelands by, where's my, is it Aurora? Yeah. Aurora is the plush company. So he is all that velvety plush, and then the longer kind of, it's not as soft as the minky beard, but he's got a long hat. I had him at 10, so he can be 8 start. Just about 13 inches tall to the top of his hat. He's quite a bit wider than the other ones. He's a bigger guy altogether. He has a tag here, and then his brand new tag here, and he was, see, I was going to show you, he was 10 at my booth. Aurora was one of the companies that was at the vendors market we went to in Tennessee. Between Aurora and there was another one. I'm trying to remember the name of it. But, oh well. Oh, and he's got his little eyes are tucked underneath the brim of his hat. So he can be either standard gnome without any eyes, or you can kind of squish his hat up a little bit and you can see those eyes. Cindy B on this guy, you got it. Can last call, Aurora Gnome. That's all you're going to hear tonight. Gnomlin. Gnomeland. You got it. Here's that 8. Cindy B. Last call. Thank you so much. All right. I'm going to bring these two up together. I believe that these were both handmade. I believe they're both vintage as well. I have no idea where the patterns came from, or, you know, who made them or anything like that. I have a little tomte, which is a Swedish word for gnome. So she's got her little braid, no beard. She's got glasses. Oops, there we go. Her glasses and her little face. Her hat is attached. Her skirt apron comes up and has a little tie on it. And she has like a denim or a knit on her legs right above her boots. Now these will be choice. I had them both at $35 because of the vintage condition that they're in. This one is a little bit bigger. I'll give you measurements. So if I do 30%, 20% off, 2, 4, 6, 7. Let's just go to $25 start choice. This gal has a sweater, a skirt. Thank you, Bonnie. And then her boots and socks are all woven into the body of the doll. This one is 16 inches tall, and then her hat has, you know, much longer tail to it. Her hat is not attached. Now, nobody make fun of her. I have to show you how it's put together. There's her little braids. So her hat sits on top with just the little braids. But great, cute little hat with the lines in it, the little tassel at the bottom. But, you know, we got to keep those braids under wraps on this gal. And this one is not. This is all attached. And she is about 13 inches tall. Her hat is attached here as well over in that particular position. Right. Gotta keep that hat on. Looks like her whole body is that kind of nylon stuffed. So her sweater goes into her skirt in the back. She's got little black mittens on. I love that somebody decided to make the glasses and somehow figured out how to get them underneath the yarn so that they would stay on her. Probably if we give them a little bend. There we go. They won't rotate nearly as much. So, vintage Tomty Nessa gnome knit creations up for grabs. We'll do another $2 choice. This is a fall one. He's orange brown felt hat with a leaf and a pumpkin and a brown gray beard. Oh, Carol is in. Chloe girl. Good to see you. Thanks for coming and joining us tonight. I think we can go ahead and do your countdown thing, Kim. So I'm going to put vintage knit and we'll count them down for Miss Carol. Hi, Romola. That is so strange. I know it was really frustrating the other night, and I've noticed it as well. So, well, I'm glad you're able to chat now, though. Sold to Carol, thank you so much, and you're taking both. Perfect. Chloe girl. Wonderful, thank you. I'm gonna have to go on the hunt for more gnomes after this. I haven't. I'm always looking for them. Don't get me wrong. However, I kind of have, like, oh, I have a box or two left at home, and kind of always feel like I have enough. But this was a $5 choice. It can be a $3 start. It's a little gift box. Square little cube with a really soft like pom-pom on it, like the fake fur. Oh yes, Stephanie, it's wonderful. I'm gonna have fur everywhere on me tonight. 6.5 inches tall with the pom-pom, and it's basically a 3-inch square box. So, and the same design all the way around the box. They have glitter. Do I catch it? Glitter on their beards. And this came from, let's see. Was there I have to get some more light. They're specific. It just says Punch Studios. So, hi, Kathy. Good to see ya. So, great for a little gift card, some candy, something like that in there. Oh, it'd fit the little gnome ornaments would fit inside there to coordinate with the gift. That would be cute. We did this guy. He's going to sit with the ornaments because he's the same choice as that. This will be a $3 start. Oh, MJ is in on the box. Gnome gift box. Count her down. I feel like I'm rushing. If I'm rushing, tell me that you think I'm going too fast. Otherwise, I just want to get to all the good stuff for you tonight. As much as we can get through. Last call. Going to MJ. Thank you again, MJ. So, again, $3 start. This originally came from Marshall's. I used it on my tea table a couple years back. 8 inches tall, 4 inches wide, 3/4 of an inch thick, and it is a wooden gnome in the pinks and like a mint green. It says Smitten. We do a tea every year at our lodge, and I enjoy doing it. It's really fun to decorate a table, so we get like sponsor a table. So that means that you set the table, do the centerpiece, and then serve all the ladies that come to your table. And we have all the Scandinavian treats and, tea throughout, all the fun things. And this year I did a hot chocolate theme where I had like those little foam marshmallows all over the table. I had a giant hot chocolate mug, all sorts of fun stuff. I think I have done the tea now for about 4 years, give or take. So I'm always having my eyes out for another fun theme. And I like the hot chocolate guy. So he's made in the USA. And somewhere I have the big mixing bowl that I used for his mug or something too. I have another tin. This is like the, Cindy B. I'm going to hold this one on my face. Oh, that feels good. Counter down. Hot chocolate, hot cocoa. Cindy B. Last call. There we go. I hope I'm almost going to have to refill this. I'm going to open this one when we finish calling that one. We're sold to Cindy. Thank you. This tin is about 7.5 inches across. It is about 3 inches deep. It's nice and clean on the inside. I'm guessing some sort of cookies or maybe even a fruitcake. It was $5. It'd be $3 start here. We have graphics on. Right. I know. Isn't that fun? This is my Buc-ee's mug. I had to get the Christmas one this time. We're in Tennessee and they just put out the Christmas ones. So I had to. The candy cane straw. Kim will agree. Barb will agree with me. The straw just makes it. What is on here? Nessa, Little Nomies. He's playing a fiddle, and then they have graphics all around, doing all different. Looks like they're dancing to the music that he is providing, and there is a little bit of some scratching along the top edge. So somebody might have used this over the years to store buttons or something like that as well. So, yep, I love them too. They're all over. You can't see them as much. I'm trying to see. Well, there's one little one right there, hanging out on my shelf. And then I have some other ones right over here. These are all my little Pixie coloring books, vintage coloring books. And there is my Jim Shore. He's my Easter one. I now have a Jim Shore gnome collection. How is that? So right here is the Viking one. I love him. So yes, I'm hoping that during my break in January, I can redo the back section and we can have some other stuff to look at back there. Hi, Denise. How are you doing tonight? It's good to see you. Next, let's see. Does anybody have well, I mean, these are tree toppers, but they don't have to be that. They're a cone where they can go on a tree topper. They would be a $3 start. I have 2 of them available. MJ's gonna call on go in on the tin. MJ, are you lagging or am I just like in super fast mode tonight? But I got you. I'll be writing it down while Kim counts you down. Gnome tin. You got it. Oh, good. Good to see you, Denise. Let's see. We're going to put you right here. Tin. Last call. Well, Denise and I have been on a couple times together now on Trisha's channel on Saturday nights. So those have been fun. Oh, it was super fun with the end of my cold last time. So you didn't hear the price until, I'm sorry. No worries. So yeah, back to my tree topper, guys. These are like a plastic cone, so they can go on the top of a tree. They are 6 by 16 inches, $3. I have 2 available. I honestly don't remember where these came from. I don't recall, but they have the flannel on the plaid, and then felt on the bottom, a nice fur beard, and then this is like a short plush for around the hat. And I have 2 of these. Oh, gnome down. 2 of them available. And they say 6 inches across. Is that? Yeah, they're a little bit bigger, almost maybe 7. But I put them together so they don't get smushed up in the box. And we're going to get this guy that jumped off the edge. I have a dog toy. So going to have a squeaker alert, see if we can make it. Tootsies. $3 start. He's not exactly a squeaker. Oh my goodness. He's a green gnome. Silly sounds. Yes, definitely a silly sound. Here's his little beard. Oh, that he's clutching as he's making these silly sounds. Oh my goodness. He is just about 5 inches tall by 3 by 3. Tootsie. No stink. I did not realize that's what it said. No stink tooting sound. We had Bonnie in at 3. I only have 1 of these. Did I wondered. That's why I was like, squeaker alert, but that is not what came out of this guy. So we have MJ is going in at 4. There's the back information. Where did these come from? The Wolf Pack out of Centennial, Colorado. That's interesting. Outwardbound.com. That's where these ones came to. MJ is out. So this is the dog toy gnome. He is at 5. And last call. Squeak it again. I mean, it's a cross between a duck and a tootsie. Too bad I only have 1, and I don't know where he came from. They just come to me, and then they go in the and I as I organize things, I just fill up a box, write Scandinavian on it, put it downstairs, and then the next time a Scandi show comes up, I price it and put it out. Oh, there you go. That's perfect. I have this one is a little of a green plaid. Let's see. What was his original? I think it was we can be a $5 start. He's Douglas, so he's a little better brand name and has like that's the same company that does plush critters. He has like that over the ear flap, the hunter hat that flips up with his gnome hat. He is 8 inches tall. So this would be a $5 choice. Yeah, he's got that super soft plush. Douglas and Aurora. Those were the 2 brand of plush that were at the vendor show we went to in Tennessee. Oh, yeah. Yep. Well, that'll be fun. I have a friend that's in Florida, and they get that, what do they call it? The box that comes every month. I know you guys don't know what it's called. I don't have a dog. I don't remember what it's called. And he goes through those toys like crazy. All right, got a refill here. We'll pass on the green plaid. Sorry, didn't mean to bump y'all. Oh, I just almost had it. The bark box. That's what they're called. Okay, this one is more of a this one was handmade. He is a wooden. Oh, I will ship this if you guys want him shipped. It will be have to be in a bigger box because he's 18, almost 19 inches tall. He's in my gnome box, but he is 19 inches tall, made out of wood, and then has a fleece fur beard, a little bit of hair coming out of his hat. I had him at $38. I'd start him at 30. Yep, bark box. That's the one. And this was handmade by O. Soderholm. And originally it was $27.50. Made December 4th, 1982. So 18 and 24. 40. Oh, goodness. 42 years old? 42? This is an old gnome. Mm-hmm. He's got details on his gloves. He's got a real little patent leather belt that goes all the way around. And then little buckles on his shoes. And now the bottom of this box, these two are Swedish. They can be considered Nessa or Tomties. Well, Nessa is sweet Norwegian, so Tomties. And they're kind of that woolly kind of out in the forest gnomes. I have $35 on them. I have two available. They're made out of wood, and they have all the traditional red accents on the nose, on the hat, the cheeks, the belt, and then he's got shoes here that are how he stands. And here is the sticker that should say, if we could get it to, should say made in Sweden. I can't read it up there. Yeah, Sweden. So 2, 4, 6, 7. I could start these at $25 each. They are two available. They are large, 18 and a half inches tall. There is like a stick, there's, a piece that holds his hat up like this. Got a little bit of stuffing in there. I have no idea what this material is, but the base of the gnome is a block of wood. But these are big guys. I'm guessing they came from somebody's visit to Sweden probably as a souvenir. And just in case, so y'all believe me, I have two. They're pretty much the same. One's got his hands up, one's got his hands at his side, I believe. Yeah, they have wires in their hands and can be posed. All right. That is definitely not on my smalls list for shipping. However, you guys get to see all the things. So I'm going to put these guys back in here. This goes in there. I have the last two choices, and we'll trade boxes. $3 start. I think this is one of the traveling gnomes kind of look. He is made by Two's Company. I mean, he almost looks like the traveling gnome guy to me, but he's a soft plush, and then he has a plastic face. He's got a little fuzzies on him from those big Swedish ones. There's no other tags on him. $3 start. He is, look, everywhere. 7 inches to the top of his hat. I don't think he's not going to pose too much. He's going to need to lean up on something, sit on a chair, something to hold him up, because this definitely doesn't have any weight like the other ones have a weight in their foot for him to look at his hair in the back of his hat. So there's that guy. And this is like a border, like to decorate with. It is vintage. I had it'll be a $6 start. I believe there are 2 pieces in here. It is paper printed, $4, 4 inches wide. Somebody has previously taped it up along for holiday season, and then they rolled it back up. There's all the little Tomties in the scenes. We have the birds with the wheat, the bunnies, the snow-covered trees. He's playing the accordion, of course. We have a squirrel. There's their house. And there is another Tomty at the end there. That is the end of it. And then and there's 2 of them. So this one is just rolled the opposite direction, but I believe it is the same graphics, which is approximately 3 feet long. So 2 of them, 3 feet long, 4 inches wide. There's a little bit, like I said, of tape damage from someone putting them up. I would guess like they'd be cute like up on a top of a window, something like that. So they used to have like out gnomes and trees and stuff like that kind of did the zigzag back and forth, where you'd put them down like the center of a table. Question that I'm having is there any copyright or anything written on it? It is. It says Gertharbs, Gerharbs. This must be a number for the item, 1880, made in Sweden. So I think that's just the item number. Definitely don't think it's that old. I'm guessing 80s, approximately. And they came originally in this little like plastic tube, so they didn't get smushed. So that is in there. All right, I'm going to take a sip and I'm going to switch boxes. I have, what's next? We'll go in there. We did those 2. Oh yeah. Okay. We got us some more gnomes, just in case you didn't get enough in the first 2 boxes. I have other things on it, but this one was 14, so 2, 4, $10 start. He's got like a woven off-white hat with a black with white little accents. Definitely a weighted base, and he is tall. 18 inches tall. It says Jingles and Joy. I don't know where he might have come from, I don't know, a department store or something from that tag. So this will be a $10 start. I have a pink one. It's got the pink swirly fleece, right? Felt, off-white felt all over the body, the weighted bottom. He is 9.5 inches tall. This will be a $5 start. No, it's got the tag, but no like major makers. His beard is whiter than him. They're a little bit off, like off-white and white. But I think the name for this minky that has that swirl or the pattern within the fleece. Okay. I will have to undo his batteries to send them to you, but please adjust your volume accordingly because he's a little loud. This is Gemmy, Gemmy Industries Corporation, Gemmy.com. Oh, thank you, Miss Bonnie. My goodness. Let's see. I was trying to see where I had. Let's make him a $15 start. He is the animated, like the little ones that move and talk and everything. Here we go. It's loud. That's as much as I'm going to do because he's right next to my ear, so I don't blast you guys. So he's got a whole rubberized body over the animatronics, and he dances. His base is where the batteries are, and his button is right here on the foot. He is 8 inches tall, and, do a little dance, whatever that song is. I'm assuming that that's what he goes through the entire song of. I have not kept him on that long recently to remember what the rest of his song is, or if he even has another one. So he's pretty cute. Most people are a little bit surprised when he gets turned on, when his music turns on. Let's say that correctly. Okay. Oh, these are one of my favorites. When I was in Houston in August, thank you, Kim. We went to the Christmas store. They just opened up. Fantastic store. I think it's in Dallas, Fort Worth. We were in Houston for a glass show in August, and we went through and went north to get out of the heat. It was crazy. These are the cutest little guys. Look at their little faces. They're like a resin poured nose, face, eyes attached to, like, the beard goes all the way around the body. We have polka dots and stripe knit details, felt feet and hands. I had them. I have 3 available, 3 fingers, 2, 4, 5, $18 each is what I can offer them to you at. They have that nice weighted base to them. They are about 5 inches across each direction and about 16 inches tall. So this resin face, they have made several different things with this company. They've made some little resin figures as well that coordinate with this stylized look to them. They have the wire in the hat. You can make his hat go do whatever you want. They are one of my favorite little gnome guys. So again, I have 3 of those available. 1, 2, 3. Speaking of the Christmas store, I have footage. I took some videos while I was there, and that is my goal, is to get out the video from the Christmas store before Christmas this year. I am so far behind in all of that. I'm just not proficient at doing the videos. But my goal is to get at least that Christmas one out before the holidays. Okay. We didn't have this guy out before. He'll be a $5 start. Fleece red with random polka dots, weighted base, black feet. This is more of a fleece body than felt. And he is 14 inches tall. He's bigger. He's about 5 inches, maybe 7 inches wide there. I know. Thanks, Kathy. Appreciate the support. But I'm working on it. Really, I am. I think this is a one-off in terms of what I have available. Oh, he just jumped to the floor, but he stood right up because he's waited. Here's one that is on a jar. I think I've seen something really similar to these at Hobby Lobby. Black with white polka dot knit hat. He's got the wire. $5. He is 16 inches tall. And of course, you can do this. Does he have a, just says hand wash container. Lid, spot clean only. This one did come out of Hobby Lobby. But that's not where I got him from. But, you know, hey. Could put all sorts of treats or a gift card or something like that in there as well. The jar itself is, I would say, like 4 inches tall, about 3 inches across. He's just begging for some candy in there. Oh. Okay. This one is too heavy to ship. This is just like the red and white polka dot. He's a $5 choice in gray with gray white and red plaid, fleece, flannel, felt, 15 inches tall. Is that wider style. And this one was made by Nana. Nana's Gnomes. This is fleece with some of the curly, minky kind of style around his hat. He has a wooden nose. He would be an $8 start. Flannel on his hat with a little jingle bell there at the top. Weighted. 19 inches tall, all the way to the top of that jingle bell. And again, has a wire for posing. $8, Kim, sorry. This one's an $8 choice. It was $12 because he was made by Nana. Kind of got that natural kind of sheep or goat kind of hair look on the beard versus the smooth one. And this one is too big to ship, so he's going back in the box. He's like 5-pound doorstop. 5-pound doorstop gnome. Don't think we need to ship him. And I have 2 of these available. They are super tall. I don't even know if my thing will tell you. That's 23 inches. Do a measurement and add 23 plus 36 inches tall. So his hat wire goes up to 36 inches. So 3 feet tall. This is a plaid, just a cotton fabric. I had them out for $28. So 246. We can start these at $20. They were original retail is $40 on these guys. They have that resin gnome. It looks similar to the little guys that came from the Christmas store. And then his beard as well. Flannel feet, flannel gloves, and the weighted base. I think these are a little bit heavier. But, I mean, goodness sakes. You know, put him next to your tree. His hat will almost go halfway up. He'll guard it pretty well. 1 pound, 10 ounce. The super tall ones are with the weight. They have a company. Midwest Gifts. Making every day a holiday. This is not a toy. And I have 2 available of the tall ones. Okay. We're going to do a repack quick so I can get to the next box, and maybe we can find something that's not gnomes. A non-gnoming box. Although I love the gnomes. Okay, you go in here. You go in there. One more. Everybody in. Perfect. What do we want to see? Do you want to see glass or dollar horses? And I think I have some dollar chickens. Anybody have any druthers in the chat? So I think I have 2 boxes with glass. So I have Swedish and Norwegian glass. And then the dollar horses and chickens and that kind of stuff are basically Swedish. Chuckles is interested in the dollars. Okay. I have to rearrange. The banana pile. Okay. I didn't realize I had 3 boxes of gnomes. They multiply. Oh, speaking of which, just in case you didn't get enough, here's an old vintage one. He has like real fur. You can put vintage in the chat if you want to know more about him. He would be a $18 start. Okay. Let's see. I guess it's just going to be a free-for-all of what comes out of the box first. Not a dollar, but very Scandinavian design ribbon, spool of ribbon. Glass. Oh, yes, of course. Mom always wants to look at glass. I don't know how much is left on this spool. I had it at 12. I'd started at 8. This came from a company out of, looks like Denver. No, New York. New York. Maybell Company. Stephanie's in for anything. Awesome. I have 2 packages of a white and a red for making these stars. So there's 80 pieces, and they are the pre-cut papers and the directions for how to fold them into the little shape of the stars for like ornaments. I would do both of these for $10. I had them at $6 each. So it looks like you need 4 papers for each star. So it looks like you could make 20 stars between the 2 with this one. Because this one is obviously the white there, and this is the red. Great kids activity. All right. You never know what's coming out. Eventually, I will need to thin my personal collection of horses, but these are the ones that have made it so far. Now, if you know, do we need a little quick thing about what a dollar horse is? This guy is the first offering. First choice is 5.5 inches tall. Excuse me. As all horses are, they are just measured, by the hands at the top of their head. I had 75 on this one. This is a vintage dollar horse. The dollars are the national symbol of Sweden. I would start this guy at 65. This was made by Niles Olsen, came from Sweden, and this should be a vintage horse. So he's got greens, off-whites, yellows, reds. All of that is hand painted. The horses are hand carved. You can kind of see by the like the different bevels on the legs. They go anywhere from, say, a 1-inch all the way up to, this is the biggest one that I've ever had and found, and he is probably 14 inches tall. So, I'll unwrap another one. So they have also then expanded, and they do roosters, pigs, the horses, of course. I've seen a moose, and I think there's another animal that they make, but I don't remember off the top of my head. Excuse me. Okay, let's get the chat to coordinate. There we go. All right. The next choice I have for a dollar horse, he's just a little bit shorter. Don't know. Usually they're by the 1/2 inch. He is right about the same height. I think since they're handmade, I'll hold them up next to each other so you can see they're right about the same size, and then here at the bottom you can see that. Hold still, you little wiggly horses. He's just this one is a tiny bit taller. This guy has a little as is ear. You just turn that side so you don't see it on your shelf. He was a $55 start, and I would start him at $45. He also has a sticker that says made in Sweden. So he is a little bit brighter red, has whites, reds, greens. This is the traditional style of painting that they do, like the harness and the saddle and the manes, and then all of the bridle and everything on the front of the horse. Hand-painted tail goes all the way under the belly with the painting. I'm not quite sure. I know there's a book out there that gives the history of the dollar horse. Excuse me. Some gnome somewhere gave me a little bit of a tickly nose. But I don't think I've read it recently enough to remember where it all came from. I know something along the lines of the long winters. They had a lot of time to do the hand carvings, and somewhere along the line, it became the national symbol. I believe they made them for toys for children to start with, and made lots of different versions of them as well. This is a vintage rooster. It is, should have just measured him, 6 1/8 inch tall. He is more of the off-white color background, yellows, greens, blues, reds. A little bit of wear because of its age. I would start him at 55. They all have this kind of a triangle or pyramid shape as a foot that goes to the square. Often the Swedish roosters get mistaken for the Portuguese style, but when you put them next to each other, it's very evident that they are from different countries. Very much the Portuguese ones have a big long comb, am I correct, Kim? And then a tail that is much more elongated. And this has the mark here on the bottom, made in Sweden. So because of the age of this one, there is some damage to the paint, but he's been around a while. Okay, we're going to get a whole herd up here. on the desk. Yay, I remembered it correctly. All right, this guy is a big one. Bigger, taller. He is 6 3/4 inches tall. I would start him at 85. He has his sticker underneath. Is Niles Olsen, also made in Sweden. See if we can get it. It's a gold. It's a newer sticker. He also has the greens, yellows, blues on his back. So for size reference, it's a 6 1/4, I believe I said, or an eighth, 3/4. There we go. Too many quarters and eighths. So about approximately an inch taller. So not only do they make them each one taller, they're gradually proportionate to that as well. So with the height comes the length in the larger sizes. A lot of times people will display them like this, where you have each of the graduated sizes going down with the heads turned each direction, or like a parade, one to the next. I did sell actually about 4 or 5 of them at the Swedish show, which was really great since it's a Swedish thing. This one is totally different. He is made out of metal and painted red. I would start him at 24. I had him for $30. I believe someone made a form and poured this guy. Oh, he would feel nice and cool. He is 8 1/4 inches tall. All the dollar horses have that triangular ear look, and then same. It's all, since they're made out of wood. Even when they emulate the style and other materials, it still kind of has that carved wood look to it, where it's still very angular. Nothing's very rounded off, because of how they were made in the first place. The nod to the original carving style. Jeff and I stayed in Lindsborg, Kansas on our trip. Mom and I have stayed there a couple times. It's called Little Sweden. They have a Scandinavian, or they have a Swedish festival every other year. It's in October. So in 2025 will be their big Scandinavian festival in October. And they have another festival in the spring, the alternate year. They have a shop there where they hand carve horses, the dollar horses that are made in the US for like hanging out in front of a house. They put people's names on them, or put Valcomen, depending on what language you want. This guy is 8 1/2 inches tall. I would start him at 120. Is there a huge dollar horse? Yes, they have the shop there. I can't pronounce the name of it off the top of my head. Has a couple of statues out in front of the shop for like taking pictures and stuff. And then they have dollar horse statues, kind of like the Snoopy statues, or the cows that are painted across the country. Each business, lots of the businesses around the city have a dollar horse that's been painted in their profession. So like the doctor has, glasses and some medical equipment in his pocket. The bank, and then they're named with tongue-in-cheek or puns for the names of each of the sculptures. So the one in front of the bank is the dollar horse, and he looks like a US dollar in green with all the, looks like a bill. So this is the big guy. Let's see. Here's the smallest to the biggest that I've shown so far. And he's got a lot more blues, yellows, reds, but they all still have that same kind of floral design on top. Sorry, whatever I poured, the sparkling cherry is a little bubblier than my other drink was. Excuse me. So, yeah, they're really cool. They have a map that you can go and find all the dollar horses around town, kind of like a scavenger hunt. And we stayed in the Dromsut, Dromsott with double dot on. It's a Swedish hotel, and they've done it all. They've redone the whole thing. Great old vintage building. They've got Swedish furniture, all the drapes, all the decorations, all the artwork is all done in Swedish styling. And then they have a full smorgasbord breakfast for you as well. I mean, it's a little pricey, but it's about having the experience. And it is really, it's a really fun place to go to. You know, if you have time and if you want to experience it, it's a really fun place to go. I know, Kim. It's kind of funny though, because yes, we have the large, we have the medium, we have the, they usually go by the size, the height of them. So I have a couple other colors. Let's see what else we have. I think I brought this guy to you guys when I found him. I offered him. Yep. It is made in Sweden. This one is the rooster in a napkin holder. And I think I found him on my last trip. I might have even showed it that first. I know I showed it on a live when we were on the road. I have another taller rooster. Here's the first one. Here's the second one. So you can see that difference between the vintage coloring with the off-white colors to a newer one that is very white. This rooster is 8 inches tall. See, I made it much easier for you it's just gnome, dollar red. He was at 145. I would start him at 115. He does have a little bit of some paint loss on the top. At one point on my display I had an incremental one all the way down to this little itty bitty rooster. See, this one's white. Oh, the napkin holder. I would start it at 21. I kind of glossed over it because I showed it recently. So this is one of the signs that they make at that store in Lindsborg, Kansas, which is just about 20 minutes south of Salina, Kansas, which is right about in the middle of the state. And Salina's on I-70, and then Lindsborg is just south, right smack in the middle. This is how big they make the ones for the chain, and they put them on a chain for hanging and on somebody's house. And they're personalized. Now, I found this one from an estate sale. They do offer a service of refurbishing, so you can have the name changed at the shop where it was originally made. Let's see, does he have a price on it? Oh, he does. He would be $60 start for you guys. I had 75 on him. And these are big. Let's see. From his nose, they're about 15 inches wide. And then height, about 14 inches tall. But they're only about 2 inches wide, 2 inches deep. So they have several different styles that they make, but obviously this is their most standard for for the names and such. They have like a cat, and they have a moose, and they have a fjord horse, which is more of a Norwegian style horse. Couple other different ones like that. But you can look up, if you Google Scandinavian shop, Lindsborg, Kansas, it'll come up for you, and you can find out about their the horses that they make there in the shop. All right. See if we have any other variety in here. Something that's, here's one that was cross-stitched, $5. Put in a ring, a little embroidery hoop with an eyelet lace and a ribbon that has come untied. Just a little satin ribbon. $5 red cross-stitch dollar. There we go. Let's see. About 6 inches to the edge of the lace. That one's red. And most of them, I think, are red at this point. You can find a couple little ones. Hey, here's a white one. This one's vintage. Off-white, greens, reds, yellows. It does have a stamp on the bottom where it says Sweden. I had this one started at 50, so I can start it for 40 here. He is 4.25 inches tall. He's 4.25 horse. Put his sticker back on him. But he is more of that vintage style. Not as bright of a background. These ones are all red. Here's a little bitty one. I think this one is resin. Yeah, I have mostly red horses left. This one was resin. I'd start him at $20. He's just a little guy. This big. He is 2.75 inches tall. And he has reds, greens, whites, and there's no label on him. He feels different. He's more smooth. He's not as lightweight as the wooden ones, so that's why I think he's a resin one. He might be a more recently produced style. And then another rooster. If there's any other ones that aren't red, I'll bring them up. And nope, looks like red is it. And then we'll do a little bit of glass and get a little bit of everything in tonight. This one will be a $25 start. He is 3 inches tall. And here is his Niles Olsen, I believe. Nope, different brand. What do we got? Well, I can't pronounce that one. Dala something Kjold. Made in Sweden. Right there. 3 inches tall. And he would be a $25 start. And he has the blues, reds, greens on him. Looks like what happened was I brought a few other colors with me, and the other colors are the ones that sold. This is the only horse that I have that is not in the red colorway. I mean, there's a little difference in the decoration colors, but the background is mostly what I have in the reds. So, all right, last dollar item. These will be $8. I have a set of 4 vintage coasters. They have the dollar horse printed in the middle. They are a 3.5 inch across coaster. They were made in, what does it say? USA. Made in the USA. There we go. Set of 4 coasters, $8. All right, I'm going to put the horses aside, and we'll get into a little bit of glass for tonight. Whoops. And then we'll probably call it a night. These guys are going to have to be wrapped up again. Not a problem. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to go through some of my other ones that I have in my personal collection, because as I was putting these out this year for the shows, I did realize that the majority of them were in the red colorway. And I hope to be able to offer a little bit of a variety next time around. Like right here behind me, I have some navy, black, red. A little one? Nope. Mostly red, because that's the traditional colorway. All right. We will do some glass. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Kim. Appreciate it. Let's see. So this guy comes in his box. This is an Orifers of Sweden. Clock. Here's the box. And here is the clock. So it looks like this comes out. You can put the battery in, and when they put it back in, because here's the feet, it would sit this direction. I would start this at $25. Now, so we're all on the same page. The Orifers and the crystal is heavy. So this is probably close to 2 pounds. Put it on the scale for us. Oh, no, I'm just tired. 1 pound. Uh-oh. Are we all right, Stephanie? We all back? We're good? Oh, but can you see I can see the light coming through it and see the crystal content where it refracts, whatever. Mom will say it right. There's the mark for Orifers that is etched in the back of the clock. The rainbow, it prisms. Let's put it back in, just so he doesn't roll off the table. Next up, I have a teddy bear. Teddy bear. Who's getting tired? A polar bear. 2, 4, 5. I would start this at $22. This is the Swedish crystal polar bear. I will look and see if I can find the mark on it for you. More than likely, it's under my sticker. Here's my sticker that I'm doing the 20% off of. He is 2¼ inches tall and about 4 inches long. These came in a couple different positions, different walking positions. You can see all 4 of his paws, this head down, kind of straight on. I know. Don't you just want to cuddle up with a nice, cute little polar bear? I think it'd be great. I think it sounds delightful, especially the little baby ones, the little cubs. So cute. $20 start. Now this is where we get into, I don't know who made it, but I know it's Swedish. There are some crazy names of the Swedish glass companies. He's a Viking. I have 2 of these available. This would be, again, $20 starts. The little cubs, like on the Coca-Cola commercial, wouldn't they just be so cute? 4.5 inches tall, about 1.5 by 1. He's got his helmet, his sword, his shield, details on his outfit, on his legs, and his face. I don't know. That's a good question. Do these guys know? No glow. Bummer. Bummer. One of the names of the Swedish glass companies is, I believe, the American pronunciation is Pukeberg. It's Pukeburg. If that's not pronounced right, wouldn't surprise me. I don't hear them pronounced correctly very often. Here's another polar bear. Now he's standing on his iceberg. Handmade. This would be a $20 start also. This is K. Oh, the font. Lillehammer. KUNST glass. So Lillehammer would be Norway. And he's standing on his little piece of the world. A little bit more interpretation, or be the right word, stylized polar bear versus this one that's got all the facial features. You can see his ears, his legs, a little more detailed. This is a really cute piece. This would be an $8 start. It is cobalt. I love this one. I had it displayed for a while, enjoyed it. It has a stavkirk pressed into the little dish. It's approximately a 2-inch square by about a 1/2 inch thick. A little bit thicker on the other side. Yep, that's where they held the Olympics. So the stavkirks are some of the oldest churches in the world because they use tar to preserve the wood. Just checking it with all the black lights. And I think they're down to only under 20 or 25 or something like that left in the country. And originally there was somewhere of the 200, 300, 500, I don't know, something crazy. There's a whole history of the churches in Norway. Oh, okay. We don't need the password for the show anymore. This one is an etched vase. Let's see, $20 start. I don't know if I can read the signature on it. Honestly. Has 2 Vikings etched in the front of the vase. Fighting stances. It has a nice cut top edge to the glass. Again, no. Oh, no. Tiny bit of green glow to it. More the dust inside than the glass itself. It has the etched name right down here on the bottom, on the edge of the vase. So big, which means 4¼ inches tall, and it's about 3 inches across each direction. If you put a little bit of something behind it, like some colored tissue or something like that, you'd be able to see the etching a little bit better. It's not too bad actually by itself. I think I have a monopoly on the polar bear market because here's one. The same company as this, different stance. It's got his head up. Again, this would be a I think $22 start. Something like that. Yep, $22 start. And I do not see a mark on this guy. So this one coordinates with this one. Boy, they are so clear. Beautiful glass. I'm not a huge fan of crystal, but it's so clear. It's amazing. $20 start. This is more of that stylized polar bear. Again. Now that has a little green. That's the 365 light. And nothing with the 395. So he's got little ears. He doesn't have an iceberg. All right. Here's a big one. Really needs to be washed. Whose stuff is this anyway? TW is marked on the bottom. I had a sticker for who made this vase. Maybe Kristen, if you're still lurking, maybe you can help me out. This is very mid-mod style from Sweden. Here is the outline of the top of the vase. So it almost looks like ice. Here's the bottom of it. I think the other one I have that's a little bit taller has the sticker on it. I was going to show you where the mark was on the bottom here. There's a TW there. I had this one at 55. I'd be willing to start this one at 40. It does have a slight chip right there on the edge. This again is that where it's been cut off and then polished. This is almost 6.5 inches tall. But I mean, can you imagine with, say, lit up with a candle inside? Be beautiful. Almost 2 pounds of glass. Here is the coordinating piece. Nope. Oh, but it is marked on this one. TAPIO WIRKKALA. And then the number is 3425. It is etched right here on the edge. Right? You totally could. This is the larger one, which means it is almost 10 inches tall. It does have a slight chip on the edge. I mean, oh, nope. It has got a crack. That is not good. It is chunked. This one must have got set down. There it is. You can see it now. It is cracked all together right there. I'll just totally put it at half price, which would be $30. But yes, you could totally turn them upside down, use them as an ice scape for your polar bears. Then nobody would see the bottom issues at all. But here are the two pieces next to each other. Both approximately 2 pounds of glass. Well, that is unfortunate. Here's my other vase. This one goes an ombre colorway from almost a clear to a royal purple. This one is from Finland. says Kumela, made in Finland. There's the sticker. I would start this at $60. It goes from the clear all the way up to this beautiful royal purple color. Has that cut and polished edge at the top. Again, about 2 pounds of glass, 9 inches tall by 6 inches across and about 2.5 inches deep. Thank you, Bonnie. I love this one. This one is amazing. Let's see if we can put paper in it so you can see there how it goes from the clear all the way up to that dark royal purple at the top. There's a little bit of dust down in the bottom. Needs to be cleaned out. Some of these, as I got them at estate sales, I just would put them away. Like I said, I'm not seeing any chips or cracks on this one. Those two are probably going to head out to the booth. This one will repack, give it a little bit more padding. All right, well, let's see. What else do we have over here? I have more polar bear. I have a different Viking, a couple more critters, and I think we're going to call it a night. Here is a different stylized Viking. So he's more of like a rounded, like an oval shape. He'll be a $22 start. Does he have a mark on him? Nope, not a mark on him. But he's got the detail of his face and the helmet. A little bit different. This one has more detail in the figure, and this is more of like an oval shape that's got the detail just kind of pressed into it. And I'm going to sneeze. Imagine that. Excuse me. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce this one's name. Hi, Steph. How are you doing tonight? Made in Finland. It's the Ittilla, something like that. This is a little bird-shaped votive or egg holder. This would be an $8 start. Just a smaller piece. So it sits flat like this. You could put a votive in there, or it's concave enough that it would fit like an egg for a place setting or to serve. How are you doing tonight, Miss Stephanie? These are some of my favorite little ones. This is Hodeland glass. Oh yeah, you could put like an ornament or something in there. That would be cool too. Hodeland glass is made in Norway. That is their mark. This, not necessarily the box for that one. This is a seal laying on his stomach. This would be a $20 start. It is marked right here on the bottom, and an etch says Hodeland glass. It's a $20 start. Actually, you can almost see it better through the top as a magnifying. Doing all right. Finally starting to get over this crud, but gotta get through the 12 days of Christmas at the very least, and then I'll have a little bit of time off. Glad that you had a sale with Miss Yvonne yesterday. That was fun to watch. Okay. Let's see. Did I pull out any other? I'm going to see if there's any other varieties other than polar bears. I know I've got more polar bears. This one is also Hodeland glass out of Norway. This is the owl. There's his face. It's so clear. It does. It looks like ice. It's crystal glass. $20 start. And again, where's he marked? Where's your mark, little owl? There it is. Right. It's etched right here. You can catch it. Right there. The little owl is just under 2.5 inches tall. So they're very smooth in terms of the detail. They're more rounded, not as sharp on the edges. A little more stylized. And I'm going to check for, I have some candle holders in the crystal, but those are pretty big and heavy. And a couple other figures. I have a plate. Oh, here's a funny one. Somebody got this in Norway as a souvenir, 1973. It's an elephant with like a little bowl or a pipe rest even, because there's a little spot here, or an ashtray for, I don't know. This would be a $22 start. I say it's from Norway because the person left their little tag on the bottom. I'm going to look underneath it, see if it's marked at all. I'm not seeing the mark under there. So, but I mean, he matches the same quality of glass as the other. $22 start on the elephant. Not a normal critter that you'd see. The polar bear. Okay, I think this is about the end of it. About the end of it for tonight. I have a plate by the same company that had the little bird. Here's the name of it. IITTALA. Too many L's is what I had. And I do not have to pronounce that. Made in Finland. This is a plate. This would be $12 start. A lot of their designs have this texture to it. They make a lot of serving pieces and candle holders and such. This is an 8-inch plate. And that one comes in its box. So if there's anybody who is interested in any of these items, they're more than likely, the majority of them are just going to go into where I store my Scandinavian items. I will not be able to just, go looking. Okay, you fell on the floor. We might have a man down. So if you're looking for claiming anything tonight, it'd be super helpful to go ahead and do that before it got packed away. Let's see. Where did you go? Hopefully we don't have a casualty. No, yay. Sturdy glass. Those Norwegians make sturdy glass. Again, a $20 start, and this is a fox. He is marked right there on the bottom. I also have a water buffalo, bison. I don't know what this guy would be called. He would also be a $20 start. There is the mark for Holland on the bottom. I did pick up a few more pieces this summer, but I think they ended up in another box. I know I showed them early. I think I showed some of them from an on the road because that was when same time we were in Houston, Texas area. Oh, Mom is in. I'm guessing Mom is in on the Fox. That is my guess. She's a Fox lady recently. Write you down for that. Let's see, Fox. And we can call that for Mom. I have a cat in a box like this, like a small box. And so let me that will be my last piece after this guy. Thanks, Ma. This one is a Viking ship. Sorry, Kim. I didn't wait for you to count it down yet. So to Mom. This one is made in Sweden. Handmade in Sweden by Lindshammer. LINDSSHAMMER. There's the sticker on the back. This will be a $25 start. Don't you worry. I have plenty of Viking ships still in my own collection. These are kind of the duplicate ones, specifically the Viking ships. These 3 inches across, about 3 inches tall, about 1.5 inches deep. Good gracious. It's time to be done. Good night, Mom. And I'll get the cat, and that'll be our last piece of the night. Let's see. Here he is. Most everything else, I believe, as candle holders. So this is the last one. Thanks, everybody, for joining me tonight. This is out of Hodeland, Norway, as well. Here is the box. I can start this at 24. I'm going to move the tag so we can see his mark. Well, most of his mark. Now, here's the kitten. He stands on his feet. His tail's up in the air, back end up in the air. He kind of like he's come screeching to a halt somewhere. Approximately 4.5 inches tall with his tail. And then he is about 4 by 4, 4.5. He's got a foot sticking out here and a little bit of tail sticking out there. Yeah, totally yoga cat. Looks like he came running into a room and somebody startled him. So there's his mark right there, that etch, the Hodeland. He could be. You know, they do have all those barns out there in Norway, lots of farms. He might be a mouser. You never know. And what's really cool about their piece is these ones from Hodeland is that they you know, they shine them up, polish them really good. And there he is. There's his face. Kristen is going to claim our mouse or cat. You got it, Kristen. So, all right. And count that down for Kristen. Perfect. Last call. He's heavy. I'm guessing close to 2 pounds of glass. We have a box for her to go in. With the tail. We'll get all those pieces in there. Thank you, Kristen. And put a sticker on your box and you're all set. All right. I think that is we're gonna call that a night. I had a few more pieces of glass in the last box, but several they're not repeats, but they're candle holders, nothing terribly exciting. I think of the critters and figurines are much more fun to look at. So I like pulling those out for you guys. So, okay. I think that's going to be, that's probably the most we've ever gone through in terms of quantities of sizes of stuff. Definitely the most I've ever brought you guys of the Scandia stuff. I can probably, as we do that further down into next year, do some other kinds of variety and not just the gnomes and the dollas, because I kind of took up the majority of our night tonight. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate it. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate you modding tonight. Thank you for all the thumbs up. I will put everybody's names will be get into the drawing for the free shipping, and I will have to come up with something special because I know some of my local people basically get free shipping anyway. So I'll have to come up with something special in lieu of shipping for that. So tomorrow night, day 3, who is Kim or is it Kristen tomorrow night modding? I didn't look that up ahead of time and double check. I think it kind of goes back and forth for a couple days between the two of you. So if not, well, it'll be a surprise tomorrow night. So, yep, Kristen tomorrow night. All right, great. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great night. See you on day 3.